Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Mary Rose speaking on Just the iLogs, and in this video I'd like to share with you how to make a Jollibee spaghetti. This is a very easy dupe, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And so Filipino spaghetti is kind of on the sweet side, and you use this banana ketchup, which you find in the Asian grocery store. It's actually not made out of tomatoes, but it's made out of bananas, and it does taste like ketchup. So I have already an onion chopped up. Actually, this was a quarter of the large sweet onion. I'm only going to make a smaller batch because today is Filipino adobo day. And so I am going to be making Filipino adobo along with this dish. You're going to take the garlic clove, and you're just going to put in one of these little crushers. You can chop it if you want. I don't really use this all that often, but I want to make the garlic small and so the kids don't like kind of see it. Because this spaghetti doesn't have a lot of sauce. It's actually a spaghetti with very minimal sauce. I have 4 pretty good sized garlic cloves. I already have the hot dogs cooked. And I have to get the bell pepper, red bell pepper chopped up, because that's also what makes this dish distinguishable from other spaghettis. I don't need to use this whole entire thing. I'll probably just use about maybe a third of it. It's quite big, and I am making a smaller recipe. Maybe that much actually, about a quarter instead of a third. So this is an easy recipe you can make any time of the week, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time either. So let me go finish chopping up the bell peppers and then I'll get back to you. Usually Filipinos like to saute garlic first rather than onion first because we really want the aroma of the garlic to come out. But because my pan was kind of hot and I don't want my garlic to burn, I just did the onions first. It's gonna come out the same anyway. So I'm gonna let this cook for about a minute, and then I'm gonna add the garlic and then the red bell pepper. Time to add the garlic. I'm going to increase the heat just a little bit. I have my spaghetti already boiling over there, and I'm just cooking one package because I'm trying to make this into a recreatable dish for most people, because most people don't need to cook 2 to 3 packages of spaghetti. I have the onion and the garlic nicely browned. I add the bell pepper in here, and then I added salt and pepper. So this is just about done sauteing, and then I'm going to add a large can of tomato puree. This is what I have from the can sale. This is a 28 ounce. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to need all of this. I think I'm going to add half first. Again, this recipe is just however I think this spaghetti should taste. I'm not following any specific recipe. This is the star of the show. This is the banana ketchup that I was talking to you about. And I remember this as a child, asking my mom, why do we even have banana as ketchup? So it's kind of strange to me, but in the Philippines this is very, very common. I'm just going to take 1 cup of this, and I'm just going to add it to our sauce. Now, if you guys don't have banana ketchup, you can just maybe try regular ketchup and add a little bit of sugar to it. You don't want to use a whole cup like I'm doing. You just probably add just maybe a third of a cup, and then add some sugar to your spaghetti sauce. I'm going to give that a taste to see if it needs any more. It's quite good. I think I'm gonna add maybe another half a cup of that banana ketchup. I don't have too much left, so I just used the rest of it. It's about 19 ounces of banana ketchup, so I'll just finish the bottle. And again, if you don't have this, just add sugar. I'm just gonna let this cook a little bit, and then I'll mix the hot dogs in here, and then this should be done. The spaghetti sauce is just about done, and I know you might think, oh my gosh, this thing is too sweet, but I'm telling you guys, this is a really easy and kid-friendly spaghetti, especially for those Filipinos. It's just something that we grew up with. And so now I'm going to be adding the hot dogs and then just sauteing it in the sauce for a little bit. Cheddar cheese is an ingredient or a key ingredient into this dish. And so I can just pour the cheddar cheese on top, and hopefully I have some because I really didn't check my refrigerator. This was just a last minute dish. It's requested by my kids since I picked them after school. So I'm gonna check my fridge now, and hopefully I have something that I can put on top because the cheddar cheese does add additional flavor to this dish. I want to say this is about 6 hot dogs that I cut up and sauteed. So I'm gonna add it in here. I already shut off the heat just because I was a little bit too slow on getting this mixed up. And so I'm just gonna mix everything together, and then I'll turn on the heat just to get all the flavors incorporated into this sauce, which should be just another minute or 2. I'm gonna add a little bit more black pepper, and I did add a little bit more red bell pepper. I would say like another couple inch size bell pepper. And just a tad more salt, just literally a dash is all it needs. I just want the flavors to come out a little bit more. And now the key ingredient, which is going to be cheddar cheese. And I don't have shredded cheese, but I do have the American cheese slices. So I'll be adding some cheese slices in here and then letting it melt. My heat is already shut off. And I'm just going to give that a stir and then add the cheese slices. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 cheese slices what I'm adding in here. So this is not your usual spaghetti, as you can see already. This is just the Filipino style. This is very sweet, or it is on the sweet side. If you're not used to sweet spaghetti sauce, you might want to just back up on the banana ketchup, or don't add too much sugar to this sauce. The cheese is already melting, you can see here. So I'm just going to mix that a little bit better, and then I'm just going to go ahead and mix the spaghetti together with the sauce. Change of recipe, I'm going to add 10 slices altogether of the cheddar cheese slice because I want that cheddar cheese also to really be pronounced in this dish. And you can see the sauce has lightened up a lot already and looks very, very cheesy and creamy. I rinsed the spaghetti out just because it was already clumping together, and I want to be able to mix the sauce well because the sauce is pretty thick. And I have this dish here that I like to put my dinners, especially noodles. I'm just gonna pour the sauce right on top. I was thinking of mixing it first, but I'm just gonna pour it right on top so people can get their noodles and choose how much sauce they want. Now I'm gonna pour the sauce right on top. It's a very, very thick sauce. That looks delicious. And if you guys haven't had Jollibee spaghetti sauce, this is, I would say this is better. This is not as sweet as Jollibee. Jollibee is known for their crispy fried chicken as well as their family Filipino style spaghetti. It's starting to become more popular, and there's actually one in a mall, and you might have one near you, especially if you have an Asian community. So I'm not gonna pour all the sauce actually. I think this is good. This is the right amount of sauce. Alright guys, so this was a very easy dish to create, and I want to say it took me about maybe 40 minutes from start to finish. It's just cutting up the vegetables, if you have that already prepared, and I guess know exactly what to put in, and I'll put this in the description below. This is going to be really, really easy to create, and you don't need all the, I guess, banana ketchup if you don't like it. If you don't have that and you don't want it too sweet, you can just lessen the amount of sugar. It's up to your preference. But the cheddar cheese and the hot dogs are key ingredients here, so you want to add that. This is going to be one of our dinners for today because, again, today is National Filipino Adobo Day. So I need to make adobo just to celebrate that occasion. I have one of my girls down here, and I'll be serving her portion. What do you think, Camille?
It looks good.
I told our viewers that this is better than Jollibee spaghetti. It's not as sweet and it's more cheesy. And you can be the judge of that, right?
Honestly, I really like Jollibee though.
Well, let's see if we can beat it. I think I beat it. Let's take some hot dogs. You don't need a lot of sauce on here. That's good enough for now. All right, give that a try. What do you think?
It's really good.
Is it better than Jollibee or just as good?
I think it's just as good.
Thank you. That's a compliment.